Hello, I'm Jamila Musayeva, an international etiquette consultant, author of etiquette books and pre-recorded online etiquette courses. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 habits that make you look less elegant or less sophisticated. The very first thing that makes you look unsophisticated is a poor speech. And by poor, I mean a speech that is filled with slang words, swear words, inappropriate words. Some people get into habit of using those words on a daily basis in their daily conversation. And when they're out and about meeting other people for the very first time that are not familiar with their daily vocabulary, these words can really make an impact and make the other person feel uncomfortable because they don't know what your daily vocabulary looks like. So I always say that it's so much easier to learn rather than unlearn. So if you are a young person watching this video, try not to use those words in your daily vocabulary. Don't make it a habit to incorporate these kind of slang, shortened, inappropriate words in your daily vocabulary. Because once you make those words part of your daily speech, it will be very difficult for you to unlearn them and to stop using them in your professional life. So it's better not to learn them than to unlearn them. But if you are already using those words, so if those words are part of your daily speech, bring awareness to your speech. Try to listen to yourself when you are speaking. Try to film yourself when you are speaking and notice when are the times that you are opting to use inappropriate or swear words or slang words rather than using a proper word to describe how you're feeling or what the day looks like. So improving your speech, making sure that you get rid of all those negative things in your speech is the first way into looking sophisticated and elegant in your being. The second habit that you might be guilty of doing, or rather unconsciously doing, is wearing dirty shoes or not taking proper care of your shoes or ignoring shoes, sort of taking care of all the rest of your attire, thinking of what you're going to wear, but dismissing the state in which your shoes are. So maybe there are, maybe there are some holes in it, maybe they're not proper inside, maybe the soles are not taken care of, maybe the leather is not so good anymore, maybe the heel is making a noise. Whatever it might be, taking care of shoe is really important because it's the last thing that you put on, but it's the first thing people notice whenever they meet you because the gaze goes up from your eyes down to your feet. We are naturally inclined to scanning anything that we see. So we have this vertical view of the people that we meet. So we look at the eyes and then our gaze goes down to the shoes and then up again because the shoes is the last thing we notice, so the first thing we notice, but it's the last that leaves the impression of thinking, okay, is this person attentive? Is this person fully sophisticated? Is this person taking good care of themselves and of the things around them? So it's really important that you take care of your shoes because albeit you might think it's under my dress or it's not so visible, it's down there, who's going to pay attention to my shoes? But I assure you, it's the thing that gives off the most about your attire. Taking care of your shoes is essential. The third thing that makes any person look unsophisticated, in my eyes at least, especially for people that I've never ever met before, is sending voice notes to complete strangers. So if you have never met me in person, if we have never had an interaction before, so if we haven't even had any written interaction, online interaction before, off bet, just sending a voice note straight away already gives off a negative, an unsophisticated vibe to me. I really don't like receiving voice notes from complete strangers, having no introduction made to whatever they're going to be talking about. So if someone actually messages you first, says something, hey, nice to meet you, like I really would like to connect, is it okay if I send you a voice note explaining the project? I'm completely fine with that. But if you are sending a voice note without having made an introduction or ever met me in person or whoever, sending a voice note is a big no-no. It's a big red flag in the personal image and branding when it comes to upholding this image of sophistication. The fourth habit, and I think it goes together with sending voice notes to a complete stranger, is being overly familiar with someone who you have just met, who you don't know too well. When you become overly familiar, that line that should be there, the boundary that should be where between you and an acquaintance and between you and a stranger that you're getting to know is erased, and you're the one who's erasing it. Having a sophisticated look or looking elegant, part of it is knowing the boundary. boundaries, maintaining those boundaries around you, but also maintaining those boundaries for the other people, so not overstepping it for them. I think when you are aware of boundaries, when you are good at building your own boundaries, you will automatically be respectful about other people's boundaries. And not becoming too familiar is the first and the most important step in keeping those boundaries in. The fifth habit that makes you look unsophisticated, that completely takes away your elegance, regardless of how elegant you look and the way you're dressed and the way your outerwear is and the way you're just presenting yourself. If you do this one thing, you will definitely lose that elegant vibe, and that is being in a hurry, hurriedly doing things, walking, looking for things in your bag, talking. Being in a hurry means that you are not confident in your time management, that you're not possessing the space that you're in, your speech, that you're not in control of your speech, you're not in control of your actions, you're not in control of your walk. So whoever looks like they're in a hurry, that they are so fast, it's not about being fast in your movements, but rather being rash in your movements, like they're haphazard, they're not really regulated. That feeling of hurry usually translates into being not confident, not comfortable. So in order to look elegant, you have to master your walk, you have to master your talk, and do all of that without looking like you're in a hurry. The sixth habit that makes you look not elegant is not tending to your fingernails, not taking care of your cuticles, of your hands. Because as I said earlier, the first thing we notice is the eyes. Obviously, we notice eyes, we have eye contact, then we have this scanning look. We look all the way down, we notice shoes, then we go all the way back. And when we start communicating with a person, we start noticing hands, because hands are the thing, our body parts that are most active in our speech. Whenever we're talking, we're usually gesturing with our hands. And so our hands and fingernails are the things people notice the most. So making sure that you take good care of your hands, that they are not dry, that you have moisturized skin on your hands, that your cuticles are taken care of, that you're not biting your nails. One of the big no-nos for looking elegant and sophisticated is having bitten your nails. If you are in a habit of biting your nails, there are all different kinds of things that you can try to incorporate. If you're a woman, you can get, a gel nail polish. You can, get manicure every week, so you're not really tempted to bite your nails. If you're a man, you can also opt for a nail polish that is a little bit bitter. It's a medical nail polish that you apply on your nails that keeps you away from your nails, because they become bitter and you can't actually bite them. So find ways to control nail biting, because nails are very important. Groomed nails are important for translating a sophisticated and elegant look. The seventh habit that keeps you away from looking your most elegant, your most sophisticated self is having a poor posture. I have done so many different videos on good posture, on deportment, how to walk properly, how to sit properly, how to stand properly, that I cannot stress it just enough how important a good posture is. Whatever you might be wearing, the most expensive, exquisite clothing by the most expensive designer out there, but if your posture is not carrying what you're wearing, there's no chance that you're going to look elegant or sophisticated. Posture is a must, and having a good posture is something that comes with effort, with mindfulness, with awareness to your body, and just something that you should train yourself. If you have a poor posture, watch videos how to improve it. If you know you're slouching in certain moments in life, bring awareness to when you're doing it, and keep the habit of reminding yourself that good posture is important to convey elegance and sophistication. And it's one thing that you can do without having to pay much. So it's if, for example, tending to your nails might be expensive because you need to go to a manicurist, or if to invest into good nail polish, then with having good posture, you can train yourself at the comfort of your own home from YouTube videos how to have a good posture. The eighth habit that makes you look definitely not elegant or sophisticated is your poor table manners. And I will say it again and again. It's so important that you have good table manners, because in one point in your life, you're going to find yourself at a dining table with someone who is important to you, be it your in-laws, your future husband, your fiance, your first date, who potentially could be your husband, your VIP client, whoever it is that you want to make the best impression on. If you don't have good table manners, no matter what their level of table manners is, if they have good table manners, they'll appreciate what you have. If they don't, they'll be amazed by how good your table manners are. And it's always good to put your best foot forward. So for that, you need to make sure that you have really good table manners. I've done a whole video on that, actually 2 different videos on that on my YouTube channel. You can check them out. I'm not going to be talking about the whole etiquette of table manners, but it's something that you can learn, you can practice at home. Again, something that's not too costly, because I've done free videos on YouTube that you can learn easily from. And actually, I do have a separate pre-recorded online course on my website called Western Formal Dining Etiquette from A to Z, that teaches you all the things you need to know at the formal dinner table. So if you want to check it out, you can go to my website and you can get that course and watch the pre-recorded videos at your own pace, at the comfort of your own home. The 9th habit that doesn't make you look elegant is dressing inappropriately for an occasion. So dressing good is different from dressing adequately and appropriately. You can wear the most beautiful attire, but it might not be for the right occasion, and that immediately makes your attire inappropriate. So say you have the most beautiful gown, it is, handmade, it was handcrafted for you, it is fitting so well, and you're wearing somewhere in Middle East, but your gown is sheer. It's see-through, so you can see the silhouette of your body. Albeit maybe some parts of the Western world, it could be acceptable and appropriate for some gala event, for some celebrity red carpet event. It's definitely not appropriate for somewhere in Middle East, because you have to be respectful of a culture and understand what's appropriate and what's not. And I think a good example would be Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who I think is a beautiful woman. She's so elegant, she looks very, put together, very sophisticated, but she wore this see-through gown to an event in Saudi Arabia that was sheer. So I think even though the dress by itself was gorgeous and she was pulling it off really well, it wasn't appropriate for the country she was wearing it in. So for me, in this particular episode, she was not looking elegant. And that's my personal opinion, but you can tell me in the comment section below if you agree with me or not. And the final habit, I would say it's not the last one, but the last one for today's video, the habit that makes you look definitely not elegant is oversharing and overexposing everything about your life, particularly on social media. You could be a social media personality, you could choose to be famous, you could choose to put yourself out there, but if you are overexposing and oversharing, it definitely ruins your whole image of sophistication and elegance, because as I mentioned earlier, elegance and sophistication for me equals knowing boundaries, knowing the boundaries you set for yourself with the outer world, but it's also respecting the boundaries of other people, so not hinging upon their personal or intimate space unless they allow you to come closer. So when you are overexposing and oversharing everything about your life, every situation in your life, from family to your kids to your bedroom, I think that leaves no boundaries between you and whoever is watching you. Because then when you ask for some privacy, people think that they're entitled to your life now because you have set no boundaries from the start. So oversharing and overexposing is something you have to be very careful with if you want to maintain this aura of elegance and sophistication in your life. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it the thumbs up so I know what kind of content you like watching. And of course, I'm always all ears on your video suggestions. Write them down in the comment section below and I'll take notes on them. Also, if you want to learn more in depth about etiquette, you can get my books that are available for international shipment on my website. You can also join my 2 pre-recorded courses. One is called the Western Formal Dining Etiquette from A to Z, that prepares you for everything you need to know to attend a formal dinner. But also you can join the Art of Entertaining at Home, which is an online pre-recorded course that teaches you how to set up a table to entertain people at home according to 4 different seasons, how to wrap gifts, how to do floral arrangements, and you'll also get a glimpse of my personal candle collection. Both of these courses are available on my website, and the Art of Entertaining at Home actually comes with an audiobook, so you can get a separate audiobook or you can get it in the form of a book. And if you're still with me and you want to know even more in depth about etiquette, you can join my Patreon Etiquette Movie Club, where every month I feature etiquette analysis for different kind of movies. So far I've done over 40 different movie analysis. They're all Hollywood, some really famous ones, some classical movies, some independent movies as well. And by joining the Patreon Etiquette community now, you can have access to all those movie reviews. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!